So yeah, it's pretty sad that they're out here doing that kind of stuff, you know. It's a bummer that they have to do that. They got their noise box going on over there. What they're playing is, they're saying it's music. I wonder how these hospital patients that their rooms are close by would feel about that. See up there, those are patient rooms up there. So the music that you're hearing is from the protesters, and they give nothing about the patients in there. They're only worried about seeing one patient. That's it. If that noise box keeps all those patients awake, makes it harder on the patients, hey, they don't care. You know, I find it funny that they do it at night and they're wearing all the dark and stuff like that, instead of doing it in the middle of the day, you know, where people drive by and actually see what's going on, you know. But yeah, it's pretty sad. It's a sad state of affairs that they're out here doing this. You know, and it's a bummer that the patients got to listen to it. And it's a bummer that they're sitting there trying to say that someone in ICU that can't get visits from someone that's unvaccinated, and the person is in ICU for COVID, can't get visitors from an unvaccinated person. That is an absolute, to them, that is an absolute shame. And I mean, it's an absolute shame. But I understand the hospital's, you know, they're unvaccinated, probably don't want to wear a mask, and they're going to go into someone's room with COVID, and more than likely she's going to want to drag her kids in there, so they get COVID too. And then the attorneys will sit there and ask the hospital, well, why'd you let them do that? You know, and hold the hospital financially responsible for them getting COVID. Remember, this is a sue-happy country right here. They like to sue people for stuff like that. You know, so I have like no sympathy at all about that. I have no sympathy at all. But it's all right, you know. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. They're gonna say what they're gonna say, and it's gonna be up to me and other people to bring out the truth. So what they need is the big crying rag. Quack, quack. Like I said, I have no sympathy at all. You know, the hospital's job is to keep the patients and the visitors safe. If that means that they can't have if that means they got to ban visitors from visiting someone so that they don't get sick, I'm all for it. So. Yeah, when I was up in the hospital, I didn't want visitors. When I was in ICU, I didn't want visitors. So, but yeah, it's sad because, like I said, you know, it's just another way for her to try to make money. you know, and she wants to make money at the hospital expense. And that's really sad that she wants to make money at hospital expense. And that's the way I look at it, is that she's trying to make money off of hospital expense. How you doing? All right. And so, yeah, I hold no sympathy to this, because, like I said, you know, they're trying to say that ICU here is the same as segregation in the prison system, and I tell you, it's absolutely not true. You don't get Zoom visits when you're in prison. You don't get Zoom visits. You don't get phone calls. You can't have your cell phone. So yeah, it's a real sad thing. Real sad. And even if I was over there, I'd be saying the same thing. You know, you seen the protesters come by, walk by me, and heard what I was saying. You know, they're trying to make money off the hospital. And I totally disagree with it. You know, when I was in ICU, it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun at all. But I had to concentrate on my breathing. I had to do stuff to open my lungs up, and I did. That's why I got out. They flat out told me that it would be weeks or months. And the doctor said, don't be surprised if you don't leave, if you leave in a bag. That's what he said. He goes, I would be shocked if you're out in 3 months. And you know something? I was out in 5 weeks, a month and 1 week. So, like I said, you know, I know what's going on. I think it's sad that they're trying to make money off the hospital. Yeah, it's a crying shame, you know, knowing, you know, to put them and their kids in danger of getting COVID, because that's what they're doing. They're going to hang around someone that has COVID, and the person's going to give it to them and their kids. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right. And it's just going to be really sad. I understand the hospital's position, you know, but I understand their position too. They want that she might want to see her dad, but she's not looking at everyone else getting COVID. When I got COVID, I gave it to my dad, my dad's girlfriend, my brother. All of us that lived in the house got COVID. My dad, my brother, and my dad's girlfriend were all vaccinated. I wasn't vaccinated. And so it's without words. I'll say it this way. I don't have words for what they're doing, what they're saying. I think it's really sick to compare what's happened, to compare an ICU room to isolation in a state or federal prison. It just boggles the mind. Yeah, it's torture, but what can you say? How you doing today?
Pretty good, thanks.
All right. I hear sirens. Sounds like it might be a fire truck. I see a fire truck coming up over the ridge. Or up over the bridge, I should say. right music to my ears. At least it got rid of the other music over there. But yeah, it's really sad that they would do something like that, that they would even talk like that. Really absolutely disgusting. And, you know, I don't think that they have any idea what they're talking about. They're just saying, oh yeah, you know, isolation, the feds have sat there and said isolation is torture, so ICU must be torture, and that's not the case.